I feel like I'm always burnt out on seeing motorsport because I feel like I just don't care enough. But
sports. It's in the category of like niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the people that love it.
Yeah, because gone are the days, gone are the golden age of racing games, and it was like Need for Speed and Burnout and shit and Grid, where it was like, you didn't have to be a fan of racing games to play Need for Speed Heat. You're like, that was just a fun fucking game.
Yeah. Facts.
You don't have to be a fan of, car parts and shit to like Need for Speed Underground. Now it gave people that were a fan of tuning cars a venue or a game to like even more. But again, you didn't have to be a part of that car culture or car community to love it.
I wish they would remaster that, by the way. I feel like that's just like the mistletoe of racing games for EA, that they would make a lot of fucking money if they remade Underground.
Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit, and Underground 2, by far their most successful titles. I still listen to this sound. When it comes to Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, I still listen to this soundtrack sometimes. We mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Green glow under my car. Need for Speed Underground 2 again. But again, the era's gone. And I feel like nowadays racing games have become a niche.
Yeah.
A niche market.
Yeah.
Big market because the games do well. but again, on large scale, does this attract everybody? No.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like now I'm down a rabbit hole of racing games, but I feel like there are some racing games where like they deserved more credit than they got. Like, remember, I think it's not the Club. It's there's a game where it was basically like Mario Kart, but it wasn't Mario Kart.
Oh,
Blur.
Yeah, Blur was
fun.
Blur was like Mario Kart. Blur was like that middle ground between Twisted Metal and Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Mario Kart's over here. Mario Kart's over here where you're playing Yoshi and your beloved characters. Twisted Metal's over here where you're playing Rob Zombie, killing a kid who's remote controlling his dead zombie dad, driving a taxi cab. Twisted Metal Black.
Yeah.
And in the middle was Blur. Like, hey, pick a car, shoot missiles, speed up, blow shit up.
Yeah.
Another car game, in terms of nostalgia, when it comes to nostalgia, you have to go down the rabbit hole a little bit.
Burnout or Split Second?
Neither. Spy Hunter.
Oh my god,
dude, the amount of chickens I killed.
Oh my god, dude, Spy Hunter, dude, that brings me back. Now I feel old.
Dude, Spy Hunter, that was the game. For the reason I'm not talking about, it was like amazing PS2 racing game where you're like a spy car, and as the level would go on, your car would keep crumbling apart into a different vehicle.
Yeah.
So like you would start as a car, and then by the time the mission was over, you would either end as a motorcycle or like a jet ski.
Oh my god.
And I remember it wasn't. I remember that was one of the few games before achievements were achievements. It had like a challenge, or like I think it had like a challenge, and I definitely remember getting the challenge of like running over 100 chickens. Like for whatever reason, these maps are just littered with chickens. Like every time you round one over, and like a fucking poof of white feathers would come out. Dude. And I just remember getting that challenge of like run over 100 chickens.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, man, I feel like it's funny now that I think about, if we're not talking about the actual driving simulators like Forza, I feel like there's a couple of games that EA is kind of sitting on, or just game companies in general sitting on, because I would love for them to explore another Blur. I think Split Second was great, but that studio shut down or whatever it was, and I actually liked that game too. And then fucking, what you're talking about, Spy Hunter. Yeah, it's very interesting where there's this obviously Burnout, fucking Burnout.
Yeah,
so
I still remember I remember renting Spy Hunter on a Friday. And then me and my two friends, Ernie and Miguel, doing the whole like classic Friday night thing, man. You go to Hollywood Video or Blockbuster, get your game. Dude, you get like a 2-liter Dr. Pepper or Coke, and you get like the OG fucking Pizza Hut stuffed crust pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
compete to who has the best level, who had the hardest fart. It was just dude, like
that was a moment in history.
That was like us being old people, like back in my day.